Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? This cloudy morning. I thought it was important that I come on this morning and address some of these posts that I've been sharing, the comments that are on there. I know a lot of you can't see them. A lot of them are private or blocked, or I don't know, but I know it probably upsets a lot of you. Half of this I don't even realize who is being talked about. But once you find out some of them, it's really good to know. And it is our right to know, because you all have to look past just yourself and look at the bigger picture, where everyone is coming from. People apply for jobs all the time, and receive no communication. This is one of the biggest things we're talking about. If we had communication, this would not be an issue. This would not be an issue. But we do not have that. We do not have our leaders using this technology, using our entities to inform us, to update us, to have general meetings, to talk with us. I think everybody is forgetting that we voted for these people. We take time to listen to them, to hear what they have to say when they're asking for our votes. We mean something on that day, and then it stops. They don't talk to you anymore. They don't want to inform you. And when you ask, you're wrong. Get a life. I have one. This is part of it. This is a huge part of it. My life, my people, that is my business. And I will continue to push for transparency, to push for these people to be held accountable. We have so many people that are paid so well and expect they should have to do nothing for it, but just sit there and collect. We're just supposed to ignore everything. Just don't look that way to all of these things that are being asked, that are being mentioned, that are being shared. Our people are concerned. This is not being nosy. This is concern, just like you should be concerned. This involves all of us. These things involve all of us. Our finances. I mean, how can you all say that's none of my business? I just don't understand that. It is all of our business. We have so many funds that are gone, just gone. How are they just gone? How are they just gone? We have so many directors being paid top dollar to behave in such inappropriate manners. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then we have directors that are in charge of entities that we have a right to know about. Some of them are asking to be in charge of more entities. Fine. But explain, talk to your people. If you have nothing to hide and nothing to personally gain out of this, it should be no problem to answer these questions. Not your babies. Not your babies. Their name's not on that check. Yours is. Yours is. And being a professional, being that you're qualified to be in the position you're in, you should be able to answer these things. These simple questions, they are about your finances. They are about your hiring process, your firing process, who gets to get away with what. These are valid questions that we all have a right to know, because you're getting top dollar to do a job that you're not doing. And if you are, then show us. Show us you are doing it. There should be no reason, nothing to worry about. All these people getting bent out of shape. We have I shared a post earlier from Mr. Youngman. You know, he's one of our candidates, one of our tribal members who went out there and ran against all these people. And he did go and try and speak with these other candidates, you know, candidate to candidate. Not just, I mean, it doesn't even matter. These candidates should be able to answer your questions without being hostile. If you're not approaching them in a hostile manner and you're trying to ask them questions, don't you think that these people who are asking to represent our tribe, not just here, but on so many levels, don't you think they should be able to answer your questions? It's just us. If they can't answer just us, how are they going to go and represent us up higher? How are they going to do that? Miss Simmons was asked a simple question regarding our elderly, I believe. I could be wrong, but it was just a simple question. She did not answer it, not once. Oh, but there came her affiliate husband, who made it very aware where he's from, wants to know why don't I matter? Don't I matter? No, you do not, sir, you do not. Go back to your hotel. Tend to that. If you want to matter so much, explain to us why you should. If you were kicked off another reservation, why should you matter on this one? Go back to South Dakota. You kept saying that's where you're from. Go campaign there, on your land, on your reservation you're enrolled in. No, you do not matter. When it comes to you working for us, yes, it matters. But at that very moment, she should have answered her question. It was a simple question, not in a hostile manner, but becoming hostile when asked, and then not even answering, your family answering, and with such hostility, yelling around, I have 2 degrees, masters, what? Then use them. Use them to benefit your people. Use them. Help your people. That is literally your job. It is insane to behave this way when asked a question. To have all these babies out there, these family members, answering the candidate's question, answering the director's questions. Our people aren't asking you. They are asking these employees that are getting this money, that are getting these jobs. If you get it the right way, that is great. If you are qualified, that is great. Proving these people that ask these questions and explaining or whatever you want to do, that is great. That's all they're asking. People just want to know. Everybody is done wrong in some way, and because they want answers now, it's wrong. It's wrong. How is that wrong? If it were you, you all would be sitting there fussing too. There's some of you right now that sit there with these people and help, encourage their behavior. When you at one time sat there dealing with the same issues, what changed? Because you all party together, hang out, who knows? You all need to look past yourselves and look at the tribe as a whole and how each of these things affects us. They're not just nosy things, they actually affect us. I'm sent the most ridiculous things sometimes. You have no idea the things I'm sent. People are with this person and this person. That doesn't matter to me. That's all craziness. I only post the things I think are pretty important to know. Some of the things I don't even know who the person is they're talking about. So if I post it, let's see all the comments, and it's great. Some of them are great, but some of them are just plain ridiculous. It's kind of scary to think that you all feel that way. To feel that you shouldn't be asking these questions, to feel that your rights are, it's okay for them to do this to you. It's not. It is not okay for them to violate our rights, and they do it all the time. All the time. It's been messaged and asked why Mr. Mendes, Brandon Mendes' signature was not on the results. I can understand maybe excusing himself because of one of the candidates. And that is the appropriate thing to do if that's what happened. I have no idea. But if that is the case, then they should have had a judge or a replacement there. It's also been brought to my attention, Miss Mendes should have excused herself as well. That is her brother-in-law who is running. Miss Trias, Veronica Trias, also has a family member and ask about previous employment. See, these are things that they want to know, things that should be addressed. This is our election board. Those are good points. Miss Mendes, you have a brother-in-law who is running. Why didn't you excuse yourself? Miss Trias, it's what should be done. I mean, it's not just being, oh, okay, I don't like her, let's say this, or I don't like him, let's say this. No, these are what should be done. It states it in our laws, in our Constitution. We have so many things, just black and white, right there for everyone to see. I was told that we had another pull-up or whatever happened the other night at another individual's house, being asked or being told that I specifically told them that she was mentioning her and that we speak, and I don't know, Miss Jamie Valdez went to somebody's home and told them that I personally told her that her and I were speaking about that individual. No, I don't speak with Miss Valdez. And for her to say that I said it, it's crazy. For her to go to someone's house and raise Cain, threaten, as well as threaten me, I believe. Now, Jamie, if I'm wrong, correct me, but if I was threatened, as this person said, by you, and you're now including your daughter-in-law, her sisters, and her mother, you should probably let them know. If the police were called, that would be good to know, because I don't know how I came up in a conversation way the heck, whoever knows where, that I said. You all know if I have something to say, I'm going to say it right here. I've expressed my opinions of Miss Valdez many times. Do I think she's qualified for her position or whatever she was doing? No, I do not. I've made that very clear. Her professionalism is not there. That right there, education, she was in charge of some pretty big things. This is our accounting. We can't just keep putting people wherever we want because they're our friends and, oh, they got it, or, oh, they, no. No, it can't. It just can't keep happening that way. Miss Valdez, if you're going to people's homes and telling them I said, you should probably stop. Any of you that are told by her that I said, ask me. I'll tell you. You want to ask me now? I'll tell you. I don't know why this lady would think that I'm just going to sit there with Jamie and converse with her. There's just too many people that get to drive around and go looking to incite some type of violence, I guess, with no consequence. I think that's pretty interesting. Okay, so yesterday, somebody shared a post, or posted, I guess, about their home repairs and our maintenance going to fix or attempt to fix a water heater. And this young lady had to clean up their mess and have her father come and fix it. Now, I don't know if maintenance ever went back and attempted to, but really, we have failed in our housing department in so many ways, and maintenance is one of them. And I know they're separate departments, but they're not really separate. I mean, they all go together. Our homes are falling apart, and we don't have qualified, or we don't have enough staff. I don't know what it is, but our housing needs to be fixed. Our housing issue needs to be fixed. The whole system. This is why I come on here and say all of this, so you all can see that these things need to be addressed that are ignored. Ignored. They're really important things. Our people don't know anything about these things. I didn't know, and we need to know. So when I find things out, I'm going to share it so that we can find out, because our leaders aren't informing us. Somebody's got to push for this. Somebody's got to ask these new ones. We got Anthony and Eddie, Pam and Marilee, Dorlin, Robert, Fernando, Sandra, Owen, Jacob, Garilee, and Idella running. We need to ask. We need to ask questions. How is this going to be fixed? How are we going to address these issues? These directors, this mismanagement of funds, this inappropriate behavior, the homeless, our homeless population, our jails, our mental health situation, our programs we're losing to 638. How are these going to be addressed? Our elders, the drugs, how are these going to be addressed? Go to Anthony, go to Eddie, ask them, as a leader of our tribe, what are you going to do different? Because, you know, they're both currently sitting in there. What will you do different for our tribe, leading our tribe? What are you going to do for our people? Not yourselves and not your friends, not your family, for our people, our tribe as a whole. What are you going to do for all of us? Not just yourselves. You got Pam and Marilee. Ask them. They're running for VP. Ask them. Alta made a post this morning. I thought it was really good, really good. Talked about why these current sitting councilmen are trying to move up. Why? What did they do now? What are they leaving? Read her post. It's really, really interesting. really interesting. Why? Dorlin, Fernando, Sandra, and Garely. Go talk to them. These are our previous and current council members. Ask them about our codes. Do they know them? Don't settle for their little, well, in the past I did this. Oh, I did this. And don't let their children bombard you. Ask them. When we have general meetings, we don't sit their babies up there with them and ask them. No, they sit with all of us so we can address you all. That's how it works. It's you all on that paycheck. It's you all asking for our vote, not Mr. Lee or Robin or her child or any of you other that answer and jump there and try to answer for your parent. No, they're not asking for your vote. You need to start directing the question to the person it should be directed to, and that person should be able to answer if they are asking for your vote, if they are asking to represent us at a higher level. How are we supposed to have confidence in them? How are we supposed to give them our vote? Based off of their food? Because we know them, because that's our family, because, her daughter's my friend, her son's my friend, whatever? No. You should give them a vote based off of what they know, their knowledge for our tribe, and how they're going to use that to better our tribe, to help us. We have too many people living on the streets. Do you see the weather today? It'll be like this for a few days. All these people in Tularosa, Alamogordo, here in Ruidoso on the reservation living in tents. And those of you that say, I don't see anybody, what she's talking about. You better open your eyes, move those blinds, whatever you got to do, they're there. Too many of our people. I'm cold right now. Imagine when it snows, how they're going to feel. Ask them. They will tell you. They will tell you how they sleep, how they keep warm. Ask them. A few of them talked about the fire they started here in Ruidoso years ago, because they were cold. It was snowing, and a fire actually started. I don't know if they went to jail, but they told the whole story. Ask. Talk to your people, not just the ones sitting beside you. Go talk to your people, all of you running, Anthony, Eddie, Pam, Marilee, Dorlin, Fernando, Sandra, Garely, Robert, Owen, Jacob, and Idella. Go talk to your people. Ask them these questions. Ask them what they would want to see. I was told that Mr. Little had some really great things to say. Go talk with him. Hear what he has to say, what he has to offer, what he wants for our people. Go talk to these people. There is nothing wrong with asking them questions. Do not be afraid of them flying off the hinges. Don't be afraid of that. If they lose their temper, it just shows that we should not give them our vote if they cannot answer us here, so that they can go and represent us at a higher level. Just how? I have so many things that just I don't understand from these previous and these current people running. I really feel that it is important more than ever right now that we have a general meeting, that we discuss these things so that we don't have to address and do this back and forth. We can ask these directors or these councilmen at least, the councilmen at least, because they're in charge of these directors. They're the ones putting them there. Ask them all these questions. Ask them. We should be able to sit there and say, okay, Mr. Mendez, Mr. Martinez, what are you going to do about our elderly, about our children, about our drugs, about our casino? We're losing our babies. What are we going to do about that? Ask any question. What do you do for our housing? There are so many questions you should ask. These Rez Apache and Sheila Harris don't post too much anymore, but Nacho posts, but is real private about everything. So has Rez Apache share. So this is where I share a lot of their content, because they do bring up some good points. And being that this is coming from our leaders, and for some reason they're asking, let's ask. Let's see what we find out. These are cyberbullies to the fullest, to the finest. And they lead us. So that's why I push so hard for you all to go and ask questions. Because you will see who will be able to lead us confidently. I keep seeing we need godly people leading us. Yes, we do. We haven't had any in a while. We sure do. Because I don't remember any kind of godly people sitting there screaming and yelling at people for asking questions. Or I don't remember godly people judging, mocking. It was quite a relief not to see Aguilar's name on that ballot. It was a relief. I don't know so much about getting godly people in there, because I've seen all these people's behavior and I don't really agree with any of them being godly. No, I guess I can't say that. But the ones who present so godly, no. We need people that are educated, that are knowledgeable in our Constitution, that are knowledgeable in our tribal code, that are able to implement that in our everyday lives fairly for all of us, not for themselves, not for their own benefit. Hiring these judges and giving the authority, the way they hire them is completely wrong altogether. But allowing all of this to take place, we need people who are going to put their foot down, who are not afraid to talk to their people, who are not afraid to talk to their people, to be honest with their people. People say, Gabe don't even have a felony, you all just go on and on. Then that's all he had to do, was talk to his people and say, you know what? No. But there's just too much. They just really blew it up like so huge. Avoiding questions. Avoiding questions. The lengths of violating people's rights that they will go to is really scary. So I'll continue to push every day that you all ask these people running and asking for our vote their knowledge in our codes, our Constitution, and how they're going to implement them fairly, with love, care anything to their Apache people. We had faith in a lot of these people we hired. Our general counsel, we really had faith. You know, this is one of our women that came back educated. High hopes for her. High hopes for her. Going to school with her and remembering how she was in school. Great person. I just don't know where we lost her. And it's such a shame to have all that education with no common sense and no heart. Anthony and Eddie, Marilee, Dorlin, and Fernando are currently on council. It's really important that you go and ask them these things. Ask them. Do not let Dorlin's family bombard you and keep you from their queen, whatever. It is her that needs to answer. It is her that is asking for your vote, not them. Not them. Don't worry about hurting Mr. Simmons' feelings, caring what he thinks. For some reason, that's really big to him. But ask them questions. Try to get them to answer you. Because they'll tiptoe around everything, but you stick to your question. Pam and Marilee, go talk to them. What are they going to do? Marilee's currently on council. Marilee, how do you feel? Anthony, Eddie, Dorlin, Fernando, about having felons. Current, like these are not, it doesn't even matter if it's current. Felons as directors. How we will address all of this? Ask about our laws, our punishments for our laws, because we have a few that have DUIs that just, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. It's just too much. Ask for solution. Ask for solution. Ask if they get another raise. Being put back on council, will they get another raise? Will they... How much do they make now? Because they're not doing their oath that they swore on the first time. To put them where they're sitting now. Please go talk to these younger ones, these newer ones, Robert and Jacob and Owen and Idella. These newer ones that have not been on council. Ask them what they plan, what they want. Talk with them. Hear them. Ask their knowledge of our codes. I'm sure they're willing to talk to you. I've heard nothing but good things about them when you ask them questions. They answered you. All these other ones, they're too comfortable. Sitting there all Eddie, acting like we don't have to ask them nothing. We're just gonna let them continue making a home out of that seat. We need to get our departments back in order. Fix all of this. Man, we got a list of directors that have no business. And some of these directors, they just want to know simple updates. And man, some of you sure blew up. Makes you wonder, why aren't you giving updates? Our casino, our biggest entity, I don't understand what's going on there. Well, I guess I do if we have Frizzell there. You all are teaching them by the leader. Lead by example, I guess. Here, follow your leader. the ones that are actually working. You don't acknowledge that. You don't help. It seems like they're punished more. But these ones that do wrong are being put up there and put up there and put up there. That's just crazy. That big casino, that big inn, have we addressed our security? Have we addressed our wine and diner, Mr. Kurgan? Any of this, just ask these questions. These are really big questions that need to be asked. That's just for the inn. There's directors for the tribe that we should be asking about as well. But then we have the council members that we need to ask about. We need a general meeting. If you all people do not like us attacking your parents or whatever, then let's have a general meeting so we can ask them in an adult manner these questions that they should answer. Them. The candidates running, the councilmen now, set it up. We have so much technology, so many entities to do this in. You all have plenty of security for me. Your whole conservation lines up. Set it up. We're not there to hate, we're there to ask. It is our right to ask, to know. Ask these people running, push for some kind of debate. They don't want to see us in person, go online. Answer questions online. Something. Gabe does it all the time. He puts his little live thing on for his funny little updates. Why not do a debate? Inform your people of what our candidates' intentions are. You won't do a general meeting. I feel like that's just an endless request from not just me, everybody. And you just won't. I feel like they just can't hear our list of failures just coming and coming and coming, and there are no answers for it. I can understand why Miss Simmons would become so upset and why her family would become so defensive and why she didn't answer. She wasn't put there by us. How do we expect this lady to answer if we didn't put her there? And then she's being all Eddie again, asking to be put left there, but won't answer your questions? Y'all better wake up, open your eyes. There should be no reason that these candidates can't answer simple questions. I will be back again, maybe this evening. I don't know when. I just sit here and I kind of got tired of doing notes, so I've just been cutting and pasting all these comments, questions, concerns, because there's a lot and we have a right to know. We have every right to know. Please start asking these people questions. We gotta fix our tribe, our reservation, for our people. Not just them people, for all our people. Not just the friends, the family. It has to be for everyone. Legally, fairly. We have to stop all of this. I shared a lot of important documents. Our losses, our gains with the inn. Gabe's, everything. I have shared a lot. Look at them. I'll be uploading, as well as my husband will be uploading to his YouTube. Go look at these. They're for everybody to see because it is a right. It is our right. And that's my goal. My goal is to help everybody to understand that this is not right. We have to help stop this. We need to get us the right leaders in there that will talk with us, that will not hide from us. There should be no hiding. There should be nothing to hide. If you're not doing anything wrong, there should be nothing to hide. Nothing. But man, they fight hard to avoid these questions. Hard. Tonight or my next Prove Me Wrong, we're going to address a lot of these enrollments that we have. I wasn't aware of a lot of this stuff. These families enrolled, and they're good concerns, because there's a lot of us that aren't enrolled. Maybe there's a lot of children that don't make it. I don't know, but it's not fair for one and not another. Like, that's my point. Fairness all the way across. Not who you know, but being fair all the way across. I did forget about, right now we have Mr. Alfred LaPaz sitting on council, and I am very relieved that he will not be sitting there much longer. Who knows, retire, go do something. But he was asked a question the other night at the election. Removes all of you, and you all continue to having our directors behave this way. Please understand, it is not okay. It is not okay to continue to treat our tribal members this way. You all have a good day. You stay Mescalero Apache strong. Please stay Mescalero Apache strong. Share my content. Go to my YouTube channel, my husband's, look at it. Share anything you want on my page. I don't care. I'm public. I have nothing to hide. But I will continue to work to voice and to voice and to voice and voice and voice for my people. So I'll see you all again later, and you have a great day. Stay Mescalero Apache strong.